Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Software Testing. My name is Knott and I'm happy that you're here. In today's video I would like to talk about Testim and a new update that is bringing mobile native automation for you available in a browser. So that's great. So for those of you who have followed up like on my previous videos, Testim got bought by Tricentis a couple of months ago, and now the team put a lot of effort into new capabilities in terms of features to automate native applications. For those of you who know Testim before, Testim was used to actually, and that's actually the website, and it says modernize test automation with AI to accelerate authoring. So it's using a low-code approach in order to create automated testing scripts. And for those of you who don't know and maybe who worked with Testim before, know that Testim was only using capabilities to automate browser-based applications, being it on your desktop computer or being on a mobile browser. And now with the new release of Testim, you can finally automate also native apps with it, and that's really cool. And this is basically what this video is all about, because as you might know, I love to do mobile things. I love to automate mobile applications. And yeah, I would like to show you the capabilities of Testim and what you can do with the new feature update. So let's take a look what Testim has to offer. As I said, the new update offers finally the functionality of low-code automation of mobile native apps. So that's really great. It has using the simple device management based on the Tricentis Mobile Agent. So for those of you who were following up my previous videos, I recorded a video about the Tricentis Mobile Agent. And that's really cool because Tricentis is building so many really nice features and products that you can use across the whole product platform or product feature set or portfolio, and that was the word I was missing. So you can use also the Tricentis Mobile Agent in order to use Testim, and that's great. So if you're familiar with that, it's even easier for you to use Testim. So what else is new on Testim side? You can also use iOS devices on Windows systems, which is great because this is also powered by the Tricentis Mobile Agent. So whenever you have the mobile agent running on a Windows system or on a Linux system, not a Mac system, you can run it on a Mac system too, but before it wasn't able to automate on these kind of systems against iOS applications, because it was restricted by Apple. Now with the mobile agent, you can plug in a real device, a real iOS device, and you can finally automate against those devices. You can also upload your applications to a cloud to install them on different devices on different mobile clouds, and that's really cool too. For those of you as well who worked already with Tricentis products, you know that they usually have a really great set of documentation. So they only have not only have it in this case also for Testim, of course. So the documentation has everything you need to know in order to get started. So right on the beginning of the screen, if I quickly scroll through it, it's really a complete guide for you to follow up in order to how to set up the mobile agent, how to run the browser extension, and how to create your first test case. But to be honest, I haven't read the documentation before because I love to explore new features, and I was just following up the guide within Testim, and it was super easy for me to set up the Tricentis Mobile Agent. It was super easy to install the Chrome extension, and it was super easy to use the editor of Testim to create my very first test, and we see that in a second. Also, what is really cool when you have worked with the Tricentis product is that the guys are offering the so-called Tricentis Academy. So you can, in this case, you can also learn everything about Testim on the Tricentis Academy. So please make sure to check the video description for all further links. So you will find a link to the Testim documentation, you will find a link to the Academy, and you will also find the link, of course, to sign up for the trial period of Tricentis Testim, which is really cool. So that's the page as well here. Oops, that was wrong. So you can sign up here using your credentials, and then you get 14 days free access to Tricentis Testim in order to try it out. And yeah, without further talking about documentations and links and so forth, Make sure to check the video description to get the further the follow-up links. But now let's take a look on Testim and how it works in a hands-on application that I will going to present you right now. So after the sign up and all the procedures like accepting email addresses and so forth, that is basically the interface that you see the very first time that you connect to Testim. So we have a so-called insights, or I call it dashboard, where it also says here test ops dashboard, where you can see different things. So you can see active running tests, you can see tests in quarantine, you see some activities down here. And on the left hand side, you basically have the core features of Testim. So we have the editor, we see that in a second. We have a test list, so you can see all the tests that you have recorded. You can cluster them into test suites, test plans, you give them tags, and you can also use predefined and shared steps in this section as well. You can have a test run overview, so what has been executed, what is the trend, the history of the execution, how many like tests were red and green in between, so you get a trend on the stability maybe, or on the flakiness. And you get an overview of your mobile applications that you have uploaded to Testim or that you were using before in order to automate against them. You have some settings and you have some user information as well, like account credentials and so forth and so forth. Before we dive into the hands-on approach on how to work with Testim, I would like to show you something really cool, because the very first time when you sign up for Testim, you might would like to get a really quick overview of what Testim has to offer. Maybe you don't have a mobile application or a mobile device next to your desk that you can connect, and maybe you don't have follow up the complete setup with the mobile agent and the extension. You can go on the top left corner here, where you can have like direct access to your projects. You can not only create new branches, which I just popped up here, but you can also click on the button. It will show you a drop-down menu, and here, that the cool thing is, it says Testim usage examples. And if you click that one, you can see here we are switching into this view-only project demonstrate Testim in new different scenarios. So as you can see here, my dashboard or my insights view looks completely different. We have 16 active tests, we have some tests in quarantine, we have some in evaluating state, in draft, and so forth and so forth. And so with that like a view only view, you can see what you can do actually with Testim. So let's take a look at the active part. We do double click and we see here that we have a test library containing a couple of results. And this is what I mentioned before, like you see the history, the trend of that executed test. So you can see here this API call was failing the very first times, and then it was green and it stayed green. We have some, this one was green all the time, and so forth and so forth. Yeah, and you can see here we have different kind of examples that you can use in order to get an idea on the Testim capabilities. So let's jump right into, I don't know what's behind this one. We just tap on it here. So I guess we are now jumping into the Testim editor exactly. And here you can see the different steps that you or somebody has recorded before in order to prepare this demo. So you get an idea like how is your test flow will look like in the end. And then you can jump here, you can add some steps. We come to that in a second, and so forth and so forth. So that's really cool. I like this a lot actually, because it shows you at very first hand like how to use Testim on your projects maybe. But since I like to show you hands-on like what you can do with Testim, we jump right back into an Android project. So I created this Android project before, and now I can see here I already created some tests for me to get into the product, also to learn more about it. But now let's take a quick look on the top right corner here. You can see here we can create a new test. Easy peasy, we'll do that in a second. We have this box, it tells you like, hey, we need the Tricentis Mobile Agent. And in case you haven't installed the Tricentis Mobile Agent on your system, you get a red dot instead of a green one. So for in my case, the agent is already running. And the running agent looks like this. So you get like the localhost address, and you can see all the devices connected to my system. In this case, I have an emulator up and running that is, will be used in a second basically. And if you have connected other devices like real ones or so, you will also see them here. So let's jump back right to Testim. So we have the Tricentis Mobile Agent installed. As I said, in case you haven't installed the agent and you click that button, you get a download you get this pop-up, but without the agent information as you can see on my screen now, but you get download links for Mac, Windows and Linux. You can just tap on them, you get a download, you can just follow up the instructions on the installer, and then a couple of minutes later you have the Tricentis Mobile Agent up and running. Super easy. The next time you hit then in case you think you're done, you see the green light and you hit the new test, also Testim might tell you like, hey, you need a Chrome browser extension in order to interact with the Testim interface and the physical or the emulated device. I have done it as well. You can see here the Testim editor has been installed. It's a Chrome extension, one click in the extension manager. That's it, nothing to configure, as easy as it is. But now let's get into the test recording. So we click the new test, and that's the interface that you can see. It says we are in draft mode, untitled test, no name, and we are in the editor phase here. And then what you can see here basically is we have this record button and we have a run test button. Well, it doesn't make sense now to run the test. It has nothing inside. So we select the device that we would like to run. We will pick now the application that we would like to use for automation. So in this case, we can use the application installed on the Testim library from a device, or we can just straight upload the application from here. In my case, I will use a pre-installed app on the emulator. It's called Checked, a little to-do app that you can use in order to automate, to note down to-dos. So as you can see here, we have the very first step in place. It's called opening the Checked app or setting up, and at the same time it's preparing the emulator, starting in Appium instance on the emulator. This might take a while, depending on the setup, longer or shorter. And as you can see here, we have the app up and running. It's starting and we have it here as well. So now we can see here, whenever I put my mouse on top of elements, they get highlighted. So we can see here this blue bar, I tap on it and we can see in Testim that there's something that has been recorded. Now we're tapping on the plus sign to enter something. We can give it a title, let's say demo time, and we hit OK. It's setting the text in Testim, and then we can hit cancel or save. In this case we hit save and we can see the demo element, right? But it hasn't been recorded. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because of my application. And last but not least, we can tick the box saying, okay, we tick it, that's it, it's recognized. And then we can actually stop the recording here, because I would like to show you something. No, we cannot stop because we can add something on the fly, and it's called validations, because we would also like to highlight something, right? So we are not to highlight, but to validate something. And Testim has predefined steps in place. So we can click on that little icon, and we can see here validations. We can have wait for elements and actions. In this case, we add a validation for text. We hit this. So you can see in the background there was something added, and now it says select an element in your application. We tap this element here, it's closing, and now we have entered a validation. As easy as it is. And now we can hit the stop. So we stop the recording, it has been stopped, and we can also now in this case add some more steps as we have seen before. We can either run or play it from here. We can toggle a breakpoint in case we found some issues. We can add predefined steps, or we can add shared steps, which is cool. I would like to add another predefined step, and this is for an action. This is called reset the app. So we're resetting the app in order to get the app in a previous state. Yeah, so that's important. So now that we have our very first test in place, as you can see here, we have it recorded. I did some changes in between. I added another button that wasn't working before, and now we have a complete test run available. Yeah, so we have the checked app, we have the reset functionality of the application. We tap on the various elements, and we have some text validations. So now let's rerun the test. So we just hit run the test. We again select the device, and that's it. Now the emulator is getting prepared for us as well. And the cool thing is we can see here in which state Testim is right now. So we have resetted the app. Now we are opening the app. we are tapping on the element, we are setting the test first to do. We are clicking on the save button. Now it's fast. We are checking something. We are clicking save again. Now we are tapping on the first to do, and now we're doing the checking of this text element. Easy as it is, right? So the execution was fast. You can follow up on the things that has been done before. Really great to see. What you have seen before, when I was recording the very first time this script, I worked with like hard-coded text resources here and in this test step. So what you can do with Testim as well, you can define test data. So in that case, we open up the this step. Oops, I have to click on this little tiny thing here. And instead of having this, you have 0 tasks to finish, we can add a variable. In this case, it's called 0. So I named it 0. It's defined in here, like the expected value. And if you go to the very first entry of Testim, of your test, we have a section called test data. You click that one, and there you can define your test data. So it sees as a property and a string. And we said, okay, that's the variable, it's called 0, and then we have the string here. So that's cool. So you can define your test data and to reuse it among your application. So you can check the headlines, you can check other elements, and so forth and so forth. You could also upload new files from your computer, like CSV files, in order to have like a broad set of test data available, which I think is really great. Yeah. And what else I would like to show you is basically the baseline functionality, the baseline feature. So whenever you have an element that you would like to interact with, you can also tap on this little tiny monitor icon, and you can see a baseline image. So where what has been recorded and where Testim has been clicked on. So you can see here it was the float in action button, and you can see what has been done. You can define a baseline, you can see the result. In this case, I think that's depending on the app implementation because of that screenshot, but it's tapping the actual item. Maybe this one is a better example using this icon here, like the save button. We can see here side-by-side comparison, what's the result and where it has tapped. It was highlighted here, but it hit the tap functionality as well. So that's good to know. What we also see in this case is we can say, okay, we can add this little tiny property setting here, and we can take a look at the check elements. View locators, that's what I would like to show you. We can hit view locators, and we can see what Testim is using actually in order to identify this object, being it a text. In this case, it wasn't using the text, but I think it was used then the ID, the identifier, and you can also tick the boxes here. Okay, say, okay, don't use the text, don't use the class, don't use this, or cannot get rid of this one. And there's even an XPath defined. Instead, it's using then the ID, and which makes it more robust in terms of UI and stability and so forth. And and with that, I would say that's it. That's the core functionality of the new Testim update available. As you can see here, you can now automate finally also mobile applications, which I think is really cool. Also, the functionality offered by Testim in terms of recording and editing features is really great. You can create test plans, you have the test run executions, you can see the different test runs, you can upload and manage your applications all in one interface. And I think that's really great. And I think it's a helpful addition for us as mobile testers in order to automate our applications with an easy, super fast approach to get fast feedback and fast test results. And if you like it, make sure to follow up the video description to get your free trial access to Tricentis Testim. If you like the video, leave me a thumbs up, leave a subscription. Thank you and bye bye.